Hi, I'm Dr. Walter Matwichuk, and I'm here to talk to you about some of the distinctive features of rational emotive behavior therapy. REBT is a cognitive behavior therapy, but it's my view that people don't always have an accurate understanding of some of its distinctive features, and it's essential to understand these distinctive features in order to use the tool of REBT effectively when you go to do self-therapy. Albert Ellis had a long clinical career of 60 years, and over that time, he refined the theory of REBT. And in so doing, we come to emphasize deeper level cognitions, or what we call rigid attitudes. People know cognitive behavior therapy has to do with changing your thinking, but what makes REBT unique is that we teach people to discriminate between hunches or automatic thoughts about what's going on in a given situation, and then their deeper level rigid and extreme attitudes. Other cognitive therapies don't quite emphasize the importance of rigid attitudes in the formulation of emotional disturbance. And so knowing how to identify the key cognitions that mediate your emotional disturbance is an essential skill for learning how to effectively use REBT. Another distinctive feature of REBT that people don't always quite get is that we're not trying to diminish emotional disturbance. Other cognitive therapies will see emotional disturbance as something to make less. What we're actually trying to do is keep people human and have them experience healthy negative feelings that will enable them to go and feel motivated to change what they can change and live happily with those things that they can't change. So this is a distinctive feature of REBT, which is essential for people to know that there are healthy negative emotions, and these are the goal of REBT. When we help people change their attitudes, we want them to feel healthy feelings of concern, healthy feelings of disappointment, healthy feelings of sorrow. These emotions make us human, and we wouldn't want to treat them out of an individual. What also is important for people to understand is the distinctive examination process that we teach in REBT. When people go to do self-therapy, because REBT is essentially a theory of self-help, what they very often do is gloss over the process of examining their rigid and extreme attitudes. This is a mistake, and people need to be trained in different ways of examining their attitudes. Why is this important? Because it's through the examination of our attitudes that we begin to loosen our grip on the rigid and extreme attitudes that lead to our emotional disturbance. And so teaching people how to do a functional analysis of their rigid attitudes, teaching people how to examine the evidence that refutes it, and teaching people to examine whether or not this attitude would be something they'd want to teach a child helps them begin to think deeply about a rigid attitude they hold, and then helps them loosen their grip on that attitude. Then they can go to formulate a healthy alternative attitude that they're going to work to assimilate, adopt, and most importantly, act upon. Now, it's very important that people have an accurate understanding of REBT. Like any other tool, if you don't understand how a tool works, you're likely not to use it effectively. And so it's very important to get proper instruction on the use of the tool. To this end, my friend and esteemed colleague, Dr. Wendy Dryden, and I will be doing a master class on May the 24th. It's open to all people, non-professionals and professionals alike. It's a 5-hour master class starting at 10 a.m., directly following my weekly REBT demonstration. And during this master class, we will have alternating presentations where he and I will both present. He will do 2 presentations and I will do 2. And what this will do is help people learn REBT from slightly different perspectives, because everybody who's trained in REBT tends to talk about it in slightly different ways, even though we're talking about the same system of ideas. And what this can do is help you have a deeper level understanding of rational emotive behavior therapy. Finally, Dr. Dryden will do a demonstration with a volunteer, and that too will make these ideas come to life and help people deepen their understanding. Because when you watch other people learn to think differently, you too have an opportunity to see how this powerful ideas can apply to an idea, to a problem that you may have, or it gives you perspective because you're not involved in the conversation. And that's why I do these weekly demonstrations. But during our master class, we're going to have Dr. Dryden do one. And finally, we're going to close out the 5-hour master class with having a question and answer period where you can specifically ask questions that will enable us to clear up any loose ends and make clarifications that may undermine your accurate understanding of rational emotive behavior therapy. Dr. Dryden's an authority on rational emotive behavior therapy, and this masterclass promises to be a very helpful, informative, and perhaps even at times humorous masterclass. So we hope that you will join us on May the 24th. And in the description of this video, I will have a link so that you can click on it and go to register. I hope to see you on Saturday, but more importantly, May the 24th, Saturday. But I more importantly hope that you will just take the time to get an accurate understanding of REBT, because if you're going to do effective self-therapy, you're going to need to understand how the tool works and how to implement it.